afternoon. In this video I'm going to show you how to add recipes to the Foodary app. First, navigate to the recipe module. You can either do that if your recipes is on your home screen at the bottom, go straight to that icon. If it's not showing on those three icons at the bottom, click on the more screen. Recipes will be listed and you can jump to it from there. Once you get to recipes, click on the plus in the top left and you have two options to enter a recipe. The first one is for a linked recipe where you're really just linking to an existing website. And that's the quickest way of being able to use the functionality of the Foodary app with the searches and linking to events and linking to people without having to enter your own recipes. So for this one, I'm going to do a pork belly by Mr. Gordon Ramsay, who has some fantastic pork belly recipes as well as fantastic all recipes. To actually get the link in, what you can do is go across to the web page, just go up, copy, go back to Foodary, paste, and you're done. The share, you can either keep this in your own personal database of recipes. If you share it, then it will become available to the Foodary community. So that means that anybody would be able to search it. And if you have a look at the separate video that I'm done on the search functionalities, you'll see the difference between the two data sets. But unless, of course, there's a reason for not sharing, I'd recommend put it out there so that everybody else in the Foodary community can enjoy what you found as well. Put that one as being moderate, rating of 5 stars. If you want to add some notes, you can add some notes there. Those notes will be for you personally. Those notes will not be shared across the community. And you can also add an image at the top. So here's a picture of pork belly that I just happen to have at hand. And you can add a tag. So you have here pork, and this one for me is also comfort food. So I'm going to put that in as comfort food. Hit save, and there you have it on your grid. You click on it and then you get it in view mode, and then if you click on the link it'll take you straight through to the website. The other way of adding a recipe is if you have something that you have developed yourself, or if it's an old family recipe that you have written down, you can enter all of the details yourself. So this one here is enter my own. For this one I'm going to do duck fat roast potatoes, which is a family favorite and is well worth trying. Tag is potato. The author pops up automatically with the user's name. They're pretty easy, so I'll leave it at easy. 425 Fahrenheit as the temperature. And then here you enter the ingredients. You have the plus at the side, as I just put in there, to add additional lines. The B on the left hand side allows you to do recipe sections. So that becomes a header. So I'll just, on this recipe you wouldn't really need it, but just for the example, I would say that this is for the potato section. And then in terms of the ingredients, you need 2.5 pounds of gold potatoes, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 5 tablespoons of duck fat. And then just to give an example of the heading, if you do another one here as a header, you would do, I don't know, finish, and you can put chives, for example. And then at the end I'll show you how that looks on the main screen. So then once you've entered the ingredients, move to the method. I actually have entered that already, again just for the sake of time, but this is where you would type in the various steps of the recipe. Then at the bottom you've got some timers here, so the prep time for this one is about 15 minutes, the cook time is 1 hour, and then the app will automatically calculate the total time. You can also change that if you're doing something like a loaf of bread where you have to rest it for 4 or 6 hours in between. You can then change the total time, but just for ease it calculates based upon what you've entered. Number of servings, this is for 6. You can add a served with if you want. That could be from any other previously entered recipe. I think I've only got one here, test recipe, but you'd enter that and that would link it across. 5 star, I'm certainly going to share that, and what I'm going to put in here is just family favourite. And also at the top, add a photo. Nice photo of roast potatoes, choose that, hit save, and there you have your duck fat roast potatoes. That is the quick view, and that is the own recipe view. And here you can see the potato is a heading and the finish is a heading, and then underneath you have the different ingredients that are in there. So now that we've got the recipe entered, we can go back to the grid, and to delete the test recipe which was in there, just click the minus at the top, go on the small X, and hit done, and that's how you delete a recipe. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you enjoy using the Foodary app.